Everyone. So I've been gone for a little bit, right? And that's because I've been on kind of thin ice with my parents, which will be a significant story time for the future that I can't wait to tell because it has so many significant details. Oh my god. But yeah, I was gonna make this video earlier, but I was on the phone with one of my friends for quite a while, and I also had to shave my face. But now I'm able to make this video, and you saw the title of this video. It's gonna be crazy, and I hope you think it's just about as crazy and stupid as I thought it was. But yeah, this one's a good one, like actually. So let's get into it. Okay, so this one takes place, I want to say, maybe more or less than a month ago. So this was actually fairly recent. So I remember this one so well. Also, like, I feel like with just the crazier stories, you just tend to remember them a lot better, right? Now it's interesting because I have a lot of stories at the park. Like, there are multiple parks that I have, like, multiple stories from. Like, there's this one park where we have... I don't even know if I told that story yet. There's that other park where that one guy peeled a cigarette off a trash can and smoked it, and it was horrible. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. I keep rambling though. I need to stop. But the thing about this park is I really don't think I've ever told a story about it, genuinely. But so the girl I'm dating, she invites me to go to the park with her and another girl that we're friends with named Emma. Right, so me, Emma, and my girlfriend, we all go to the park. And, we're all just hanging out. And there's some other people here at the park that I haven't mentioned. And to be honest, the reason I haven't mentioned them is because going to the park, I didn't even know that I was going to see these people here. I thought that it was just going to be me, Emma, and my girlfriend. There was this one guy, he's kind of just what we all call the friendly neighborhood dreadhead. I'll just call him Darian, because I don't know if I can use his real name. But yeah, he was there, and whenever I see him like in the bathroom, I let him smack the pen. He's a cool guy. He does acid too. He's just like a complete chill dude. Like, you can't go wrong with him. Come on now. He brought his girlfriend too. But there was this one other guy who was like sitting on top of this table, and genuinely, I felt like he was on something. Like, me, my girlfriend, and Emma were, like, in a three-way group chat texting each other, like, "Ayo, why the fuck is this guy tweaking out on a table?" Like, this is nothing against homeless people, of course, right? But, like, have you ever been driving around and you've seen someone, like, absolutely high out of their mind? You can just tell. So this guy was still able to talk and everything, right? And, he was still coherent, but he was just tweaking, dude. I don't know what was wrong with him, if it was, like, crystal or, like, what. But this is actually where the story kind of kicks off, because, this guy who was... I don't even know what I'm going to call this guy. You know what? What should I call him? I'm going to call him fucking Dave, okay? Dave had this blind date that was coming, right? So since this guy, Dave, has a blind date who is heavily involved in the story, what should I call her? I'll call her Charlotte. That sounds good. I don't think I've ever used that name before. That's perfect. So I don't know if in this day and age people still use the term matching, but pretty much matching is pretty much where, like, you and your homies all meet up at, like, say, someone's house or, like, just literally any location, and then you all bring a bunch of intoxicants with you, so you can just, like, throw it into the middle and you all share it with each other. You guys are matching with each other, you know what I mean? So we decided, like, okay, we're all at the park, we're gonna match. So, I throw in my, like, blue slushy 3.5 gram Muha, which was fire as fuck. Most of them only really had, like, vapes or bud to, like, throw in the match, like flour and stuff like that. Like, kind of just, like, shitty mid-ass sativa. And, like, I really hope that my girlfriend, who doesn't even have my channel, is not watching this, because she was the one that brought the flour. I don't like her flour. I don't fuck with it. It's mid, okay? Like, no offense to her. I know she likes it, but it's just so mid, okay? I'm gonna stop rambling now. So there's a lot of talk from Darian and my girlfriend talking about, like, oh, Charlotte's coming. And, I know Charlotte. Me and her aren't, like, we don't have anything against each other, obviously. We don't have any beef. Nothing like. It's just that we're not best friends, I wouldn't even really say she's not a friend that I'd, like, go out of my way to even talk to. Like, she's more of kind of an acquaintance. Like, okay, my friends are pretty cool with her, so I'm cool with her too. We're in the same community, Like, if she asked to hit the pen, I would let her hit the pen. She's on that kind of basis with me. Y'all know how it is. But yeah, after, like, a little while of us, like, kind of chiefing up and, like, obviously a bunch of the people here, like, at the park were just, like, hitting their vapes in front of a bunch of fucking kids. Like, this park did have a playground, but it was, like, one of those, like, parks where it's more of just, like, an open, like, grass area. So don't, like, picture a playground, because we were very, very, very far away from that. We were, like, at a bench. Like, the playground was so far away from us, it looked almost tiny, you could say. But, I mean, there was, like, kids at, like, a little peewee softball field that were playing that could easily just see. And, honestly, I wouldn't even doubt if they smelled it. God, my bad, guys. That's just funny. But, like, eventually we see a car pull up, and then I didn't think anything of it, because, like I said, I'm not really that good friends with Charlotte. I wouldn't even really say I'm, like, friends with Charlotte at all. She's just an acquaintance. But this car pulls up, like, and I don't know how the fuck they were able to tell that this was Charlotte's mom's car, but, like, they were just like, oh my god, Charlotte's here, because the car was so far away. Like, it was just like you could not make out what car it was from how far away it was. It was probably a lucky guess. But I see Charlotte get out. She starts walking up to us. Oh, wait, I forgot. She couldn't even find us at first. That's crazy. She was, like, looking around everywhere, dude. She looked so confused. She looked so lost. Like, she needed a locator map from Minecraft type of thing. She was like my blind grandpa when he loses his walking stick. She was just so lost and delirious. So my friend Emma, like, calls her, and then she picks up, and she's like, where the fuck are you guys? And then Darian, like, tries to yell out to her, like, from the distance, like, hey, we're over here, come over here. And so then she actually, like, looks up at us, and she's like, oh shit, those are you guys at that bench over there? And we're like, yeah, that's us. So then she starts, like, kind of speed walking over, and eventually, she shows up, and we're kind of just like, hey, Charlotte, how's it going? And then she joins the match, which, surprisingly, she didn't bring anything at all to the match, even though she wanted to match with us, which, made me feel a little bit of pain, because, that was such a good pen. But, maybe if she had something to smoke, that would make me a little happy, but she did not. But before Charlotte showed up, we were already, like, pretty baked enough. By the time Charlotte was already here, though, and we all got done, like, chiefing the entire match, like, we weren't just, like, fried. We were, like, straight up faded. Like, you know how, like, when your tolerance builds, like, your eyes don't really get red anymore, and they kind of just, like, kind of look a little rare, you could say? Or, like, kind of just, yeah, like, they look a little bit different, but they're not red. Oh, no, our eyes were red as fuck. Like, it was bad. But I'm not gonna lie, Emma, my girlfriend, Darian, Dave, they all start going on about, like, oh, I'm hungry. So then, Charlotte is kind of just like, oh, why don't I just order Taco Bell? Now, I'm gonna be real, I wasn't having any of that, because I fucking hate Taco Bell, you guys. Like, I don't know, I just never really liked it. But yeah, I guess as soon as Charlotte says this, everybody starts, like, kind of freaking out, like a bunch of dogs when they're about to eat. Like, you know how that goes, like, when you're about to feed their dogs and they're, like, barking at you because they know they're about to get fed. It felt almost weird, because after everybody started kind of barking, well, obviously I wasn't, because I fucking hate Taco Bell, but, like, after everyone started going kind of crazy, she started to kind of withdraw all of it, and she's like, I don't know if I really want to get it anymore. And in my opinion, I'd say this is fucked up, because that's, like, back to the dog analogy. It's like pulling out a treat in front of a dog and then, like, putting it back in your pocket. Like, come on now. So my friend Emma, she's kind of sort of known to be, like, that kind of person where, like, if you, like, offer her something, she is just not going to take no for an answer. Like, she's not going to get, like, aggressive with it, or, like, needy, or, like, toxic, or any one of those bad sins, you could say. She'll just be like, please, pretty please, and she'll literally even, like, start, like, offering you, like, oh, come on, like, I'll pay you back in, like, 2 weeks, even though she won't. Nobody's perfect, come on. Totally not justifying it, by the way. Like, low-key, it's a little slimy, I will say. But back on topic, though, more people start getting more and more baked, because when you're hitting the pen, especially when you're hitting Bud, like, it takes a while for it to really kind of kick into its full effect. So by the time everybody's eyes literally look like fucking stop signs, which mine were probably the worst out of all of us, because I have blue eyes, right? But like they were all just going crazy on Charlotte, being like, oh, DoorDash, Taco Bell, like, oh my god, like, get me this, get me that. And then she's just like saying no because like she doesn't like have enough money, I guess, like, which I don't even know why she would even bring it up in the first place if she didn't even have enough money. And she was like saying that she wanted to use her money to like buy some weed or something, even though her mom is the one who supplies her with that. So that's kind of crazy. But then this is where Charlotte kind of makes a move that is really a turning point in the story. This is a 2-part story, as you read with the title of this video, so buckle up because it gets just so much crazier. But Charlotte kind of starts to get a bit more, like, of an attitude. Like, she's not messing around anymore. Like, she's actually starting to kind of, like, raise her voice at Emma a little bit. And Emma's not, like, cracking into, like, emotion or anything. She's, like, still kind of just, like, playing around. Like, come on. Like, please get me something. I'm super fried right now. I could really eat. And I really do not think that anything that Emma did is, like, justifies what Charlotte did next. But straight up, I can't believe this happened, but Charlotte literally just grabs her phone off of the table and starts repeatedly smacking Emma in the back of her skull with her phone. And me and my girlfriend were just like looking at each other like somebody just like shot a puppy, because we're just like, dude, what the hell? Why the fuck is she doing this? And Emma's kind of just, like, looking down. Like, she's not looking at Charlotte anymore. She's, like, kind of looking at her phone. I'm pretty sure this is because she was, like, texting my girlfriend, like, yo, like, do we fucking jump this bitch or something? But I still have no idea what they said to each other because they didn't show me or anything. But then Emma, like, says in a very serious voice, she's like, Charlotte, I don't fuck with that at all. Like, don't fucking put your hands on me. Don't touch me. Like, that's fucking stupid. If you do that again, I'm gonna beat your ass, actually. And then Charlotte kind of just goes quiet. Like, it's almost like she kind of didn't really mean for that to happen. But, I mean, it's her fucking fault. What the hell did she expect to happen? You can't just fucking basically assault somebody. And guess what? You know what I haven't mentioned this entire time? She's on fucking probation. Yeah, Charlotte's on probation, which means she can't even be smoking. So, literally, Charlotte, my girlfriend, and everybody else literally fucking has something on her. It's diabolical. By this point, I think Darian and his girlfriend had already left because, you know, it's not like they left because, you know, shit was getting tense and they had to go. They kind of more just left because, like, it was their time to go. They had plans later and stuff. We didn't. So my girlfriend kind of just says, like, oh, you know, we should all go under the trees for the shade, which you could tell by the way she was talking that she was only talking to me and Emma and not Charlotte. Like, you could kind of tell that she was kind of just like we didn't like make it obvious, but you could just tell by the energy, like in the, I don't know, in the surroundings, that she was kind of just pushed out of like the conversation pretty much. Like, she could tell even that she had fucked up, I guess. But so we walk away, and, you know, that guy Dave is still there, and, you know, like, they're like skating and stuff at the skate park at this park. But like, me, like, we're all just sitting down, you know. At this point, I'm not hitting shit anymore because, you know, I'm gonna get picked up in like an hour and a half, and, you know, I can't be looking like that in the car, if you know what I'm talking about. That would be fucked. But, yeah, so, my girlfriend, Emma, and myself was kind of just like, yeah, why the fuck would she do that? She literally assaulted you while she's on probation. Like, yeah, so we all decide, like, okay, you know, she's not in the friend group anymore. We're not hanging around with her anymore. She's not matching with us anymore, all that shit. And, like, we're even thinking that, like, if anybody who's, like, super close to us is still affiliating with her, then we're not going to be so happy about that, right? And, I mean, can you really blame us? Like, she crossed one of the biggest boundaries ever, and for what reason? Now, my girlfriend didn't say anything about, like, getting into this fight or whatever, but, you know, this story has a part 2 for a reason. There's, like, an entirely different part to this story, which, I have another story later on that I want to make, so I will probably make that my first priority, but definitely please stay tuned for the second story because it gets wild, and I will even include the actual footage at the end of the video. I will just need to blur it and probably mute the audio because I do not want to get smited, alright? But it will be as nice as I can make it for you. I don't know, we'll see. But, you know, thank you for watching, and, you know, this will be it for that one.